Another day, another chemical spill to threaten the lives of Americans. In this case, Conyers, Georgia. Hey, what up there, Florida Newsies? Glad to be back with you. First, we had lead pipes in Flint. Then we have the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, that released tons of dangerous chemicals into the air that our own government didn't seem too keen on hurrying up to investigate. And now we have a chemical fire in Conyers, Georgia, about 32 miles outside of Atlanta, so about an hour away. What happened here is there's a company called BioLab. Now, BioLab is a manufacturer of pool and spa treatments. And at around 5:30 a.m. on Sunday, there was a chemical fire. Apparently, something had caused the sprinkler system within the facility to go off. And because there are chemicals that they use within BioLab, some of those chemicals are actually, it's bad, hazardous to have water touch those chemicals, which then causes a fire. And for those, ironically, causes the fire and creates these huge plumes of smoke, and these are chemicals filled smoke, right? So these are things that you don't want to inhale, because we don't know what the dangers exactly are, but we do know that breathing in crazy chemicals is, like, not good for you. The first fire, because apparently there were two. The first fire, the government had put out, or the state of Georgia, I should say, had put out an evacuation order for about 17,000 people in Conyers. And then there was like a hours long shelter in place for about 77,000 more residents of Conyers. And that shelter in place has now been extended to indefinitely. So there's not even a time frame on when this might be over. There are people who are evacuated to shelters. They have nowhere else to go. They have left all their belongings at home, and they're not really getting a straight answer about what was the cause of these chemical fires. And here's a good example of why. Because when the fire first happened and the sprinklers went off within the facility, the company BioLab tried to say, oh, it was a sprinkler malfunction. Then, guess what happened? Another fire happened after they had put out the first one. Yeah. So after the authorities put out the first fire, a second fire started in the facility. And now, we really don't know what the heck is going on over there. What we do know is that we have tens and thousands of Georgians, primarily from Conyers, which is over in Rockdale County, who aren't able to be in their homes and don't know what they're going to do. Fire Department Chief Marion McDaniel had responded on the scene and had been speaking to media there about what was going on there. Now, there's no mention of any actual injuries as of yet. Who knows? That could all change, but we're hoping and praying that nobody is hurt, or especially not seriously hurt. But what we're seeing here is that the smoke from this fire could linger for days. We don't really know how many days it's going to be. But residents have been urged to stay out of the area because wind might actually blow more smoke into that evacuation zone. And so, again, we don't know what's going on. Now, BioLab has put out a statement saying, quote, "Our employees are accounted for with no injuries reported." That's good news. But what caused the damn fire? Hopefully we're going to find out what that is. But yeah, evacuation orders put in place on Sunday. But we don't know what's really going to happen with that. So again, 17,000 people were evacuated. Now that stay away order has been expanded to 77,000 people in and around Conyers. Right now, the Piedmont Rockdale Hospital in the area is open, but was moving some patients over to some other facilities. And what this is actually really kind of jacked up, because how many times are we going to have incidents like this where we don't know what caused the fires, but how many more of these dangerous chemical spills can we be forced to endure? When is enough, right? because as you'll see from this clip here from Atlanta 11 to 9 News anchor Ron Jones, this isn't even the first time that this has happened.
This is not the first time that BioLabs has been the focus of a chemical fire. A little more than 4 years ago, a similar incident happened at that same facility. Back in 2020, BioLabs experienced what was called back then a thermal decomposition event. It also caused a fire which temporarily shut down Interstate 20. An investigation found rainwater somehow seeped into the building, which came in contact with a chemical and initiated a reaction that caused the fire. Then back in 2004, there was also another huge chemical fire at BioLabs. To find out how that blaze compares with today's event, just go to our website, 11alive.com, and download our 11 Alive News app for free.
Okay, yeah, so I'm kind of wondering if we've been having 20 years worth of chemical fires happening at BioLab, who was doing the inspecting? What did they find the first time or the time before that, after that? Like who was doing the inspecting of these places? Because like I said, we got lead pipes. Oh, I don't know if I said this yet, but we got lead pipes in Flint. We got undrinkable water in Jackson, Mississippi. We got trains crashing and releasing chemical spills in East Palestine. We have all these things going on. Who is monitoring this? Isn't this the government's job? As well as the companies that should first and foremost be doing ethical, safe things. Again, we don't know what the cause was, but if you've had 3 or so major chemical spills within like the last 20 years, I'm sorry, but BioLab, something's not working, and somebody needs to go and check on y'all to see what is it that you're doing, because you're putting the communities at risk over some damn spa treatments and pool chemicals and whatnot. Like, come on. But anyway, that's the news on that. But let's see, like, what you can actually do about it, right? Like, what can you do, especially if you're a resident in that area? Get the hell out. Okay, don't try to linger. You don't try to say, we see oftentimes with like some of these when it's like natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever. There's always somebody that's like, I'm gonna ride it out. Don't try to ride this out. The authorities are telling you to get out, so get out, get to safety. Now, here's where you can get to safety. It's going to be at the Burt Adams Boy Scout Camp. But here is 11 and 9 News reporter Teresa Bowles giving more details on where you should go, right? So here we go. Let's watch that clip.
That shelter is at 218 Scout Road in Covington. That's the Burt Adams Boy Scout Camp. And Rockdale County officials say if you need medical attention, you're asked to go outside of the county. Live in Conyers, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, you can see why residents are concerned about that smoke. Teresa, thanks a lot.
All right, so there you have it. If you are in the Conyers area and you are needing to shelter, like Teresa said, hit up 218 Scout Road over there in Covington, Georgia, and that is also known as the Burt Adams Boy Scout Camp. And again, if you need medical attention, like Teresa said, please go outside of the county. Don't stay in Rockdale. Go outside of the county, because you need to get out for your safety, and then 2, they're probably super overwhelmed at this point. So yeah, it's just a shame. Yet another chemical spill or chemical fire. I mean, look at that smoke. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, here we go again. So kind of makes you also wonder, what are these companies doing to protect consumers and protect communities? What is the government doing to make sure that these companies protect consumers and protect the communities in which they serve and their employees? Right? It will be interesting to see where all of that goes. But yeah, prayers up to everybody out there in Conyers and in the surrounding areas. Hopefully everything turns out okay, and that there are no serious injuries or long-term effects from this incident, and hopefully we'll learn more soon. All right. That's it for now. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Leave your comments below. What do you think about this? Do you think that this could have been avoided? Do you think there should be some sort of state and or federal probe into BioLab to see what the heck it is that they got going on down there? Do you have any potential resources that you think folks should donate to? One common thing we keep hearing: don't donate to the Red Cross. The Red Cross has its own issues in terms of how it uses money and all those other things. So if you can find a smaller local charity that you can donate to, I'll see if I can find some that I can put in the description of this video. So you can find other ways to donate if you can, because these are people that right now, as of now, don't have anything. They left with the clothes on their back. Some of them don't even have their cars. It was literally like emergency get out now. So yeah, I'll see if I can find some other resources or places you can donate or how you can help. I'll leave those in the description for this video. All right, newsies. Until next time, thanks, and be good to yourself, be kind to others. And if y'all can't do that, then just shut up. It ain't that hard. It is not that hard. All right, y'all. Peace.